I'm live. What's up, peoples? I think JJ was going to join me, so I had some stuff I wanted to show you, but I got to kind of wait till we get a bunch of people in here so they could appreciate it. A couple of pictures. Good to see the Factsman when he was younger. Show you a picture of my dad. You hear me talk about him. Hey, Bolivar, if you came to get a good seat, I know you're going to bust my balls about this one, but I'm going to show this one first because this is for you. See if you recognize this picture. Deuce, my dad laying down, Louis King, your dad, Cat, and Joe Kutch. Now, it's going to cost you $300 to get this fucking picture. Yes, everybody, my dad is the guy laying down with the salt and pepper here. The other three guys are part of the crew. That's Pops. I think everybody but I think Deuce is dead. Deuce is over here. No, Deuce is the guy with the t-shirt leaning over my dad. Everybody else is dead. That's a good picture, huh, Robert? Pull that one out of the archives. Pull that one out of the fucking archives. So, yeah, so if you send me a self-addressed envelope, I'll show it to you again. Self-addressed envelope. We got Deuce. Got Unc, your uncle laying down, my dad. Louis King. My uncle and your dad, the cat, standing up. Joe Kutch. I'm fucking in the hole. In the basement. Ain't that cool? Motherfucking Factsman. Nikki, baby, what's going on? You hanging in there? My son's not here yet. Should I show all of his fucking pictures? I got a shitload of pictures to show of him. Hey, Fact says, Mark, it's going good. It's going good. Let me get this out of the way first, because I know you guys probably want to bet games. So I'm going to give you what I'm going to bet today and then kind of let you know what's up. Then we could show some funny pictures. I think you guys will get a kick out of it. Again, usually guys show up late. But tonight, definitely a blast from the past. No question. Tonight, here's what I bet. I bet first half, 2 games in the first half today. As you can see, it's St. John's minus 4.5 first half. Georgetown minus 3.5. I decided I like them both to win. I just parlayed the fuck out of them. So if you guys want to make a $3,000 parlay, the payback is $11,046. It's what do you call it? They both should be good. First half only, Georgetown and St. John's. Facts, I would watch this shit if you didn't give plays. You know, it was really funny because, hey, Ray, how are you, buddy? You got to clear your fucking voicemail because either everybody's leaving you messages or are you talking on the phone or you get a lot of texts more than me because I'm not even full. So keep it open and I'll try to give you a call either tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, Nicholas, somebody said that. I said, if I didn't give any games out, you guys would be rich. No, if I didn't give any games out, would people still come? And a lot of us, they come for the entertainment. Let's do one. How many people, can we find out how many people are watching the show now? Somebody tell me. I want to see if it's worth showing these pictures now. Ray, anybody, could you tell how many are watching this now? Maybe we should wait 5 minutes for the picture. Give me a number, motherfucker, somebody. How many people are watching this show now? I mean, it just started, so probably not a lot. Maybe I should wait. Can I get a number? Nick, Mike, somebody. Some of you humps from Run Pure. No one? Okay. That's 12 in chat? Fuck. Yo, 11. We might have to wait a little bit for that. Or we can just re-show them, right? Here's what I wanted to let you guys know initially. It's starting already. I don't know if Ray gets this or any of the other people get it. Facts, who do you like in the fucking the pinstripe ball? The what? Who do you like in the pinstripe ball? Who's playing? What do you mean the pinstripe ball? I know lines are out and it's just like, everybody's like, hey, the Weed Eater ball is coming on. There's 40 ball games. And by the time the 40 ball games are being played, a number of players are going to be opting out to the NFL, sitting down so they don't get hurt, getting suspended, fucking doing some shit like they always do. So it's really, really hard, even though there's some numbers I like now to do it. Keep me updated around that. Keep me updated. So I want to be able to. I can't bet them now. It's too early. Because anything could happen. I could be throwing dead money away. So generally in 40 bowl games, if you guys have like when they come on, I'll give you an opinion. Me and Ray spoke about this as well. Probably a good solid handicapper, a good sports investor, or what some of you people would call sharp people, whatever the case is. Out of 40 bowl games, they might bet, 15. I probably won't bet that many. Now you could like some, but I mean, like 40 games, you cut it in half, then you deduct some of them. There's no need to bet fucking 40 ball games because you can't have an opinion on that. There's no way. Yeah, I mean, John, that's just it. I mean, you bet a game, like you just see you bet a game, and the three best players for some fucking team, the quarterback and two running backs decide they're going to fucking sit out, and you got a guy that's been holding a water bucket, and your money's already down at a fucking number that's going to move 5 points the other way with them not playing. It sucks. Now it could work in your favor, but I mean, I don't know. It's just sometimes I don't like to toss coins that way. So Vikings plus 2.5. Man, do you always play the Vikings? Or somebody's always asking about the Vikings. Marine, how are you, buddy? You doing okay? I was thinking about shooting out a letter to an email to all the guys from Sports Farm Picks, telling them to come by here. I don't know. I feel silly doing that, and I probably should. I talked to Ozzy before. He don't even come by. He said he will, but he's playing softball. If you want to bet football games, yeah, exactly. Lay 11 and 10, right? So just going to tell you guys what's on the schedule, something that probably most of you might not know. I know my son don't know. My son, he's not a homosexual, is he? This is my son, JJ. When people are playing fucking sports at this age, he's in dance class. Why, this fucking homo. Okay, I had to do one. I'm not going to say I'm not going to show it again. This is who calls me dad. This right here, with the tic-tac-toe and the leotards, this motherfucker. Right, look, yeah. Remember when there was legitimate bowl games, right? I mean, like, not this many. Yeah, it's been great. My man Vipe is here. So kind of let me kind of give you, oh, Nick, if you think this is bad, we just begun. We just fucking begun. I heard from Reliable Sports. Hey, Donnie, what's up, buddy? I heard from Reliable Sports, my man Backwater, that every time I end my show, I always have this thing. Everybody have a great day. Good luck. And I always go, fuck yourself. I said it all the time. Somehow I was told by a reliable source that that's been getting edited. So when I do my videos, you know how I always say, have a great day. I always go, fuck yourself. Some people either can't hear it or somebody who was like this when he was a kid edits it. Now, again, I was being nice. When most kids want to play football, my little guy wants to be in the magic show. JJ. No wonder why you suck pricks now. Fucking douche. I got to show it again. My boy calls me dad. In fact, do you like UConn -2 first half? I like UConn. I think UConn's really, really good. The problem is if you find a spot that they're going to get clipped, tonight might be the spot. But they're a good first half team. They're really Nick, we got more, buddy. We got more. Trust me. Any updates on people watching? Because they're missing this shit. Anyway, so this is how our December is going to look like. This is everything as well. You're in neck of the woods. Virginia Tech -7. Yeah, Virginia Tech's really, really good. I hate saying that, especially with Ray in the room, but they play a massive fucking defense. It's tough to score on them. They make their threes. They're a pretty tough team. I think I would lay the 7. Problem is, it was 7.5 and 8 in some spots. It is kind of scary. But yeah, I mean, I think that's the way I would go if I did go in that direction. Line is odd. Penn State's favored over Michigan State. When do you think that ever happened? Michigan State has played like the toughest schedule under the sun, but they got 2 guys on Penn State that if you can't stop them, you can't beat them. Hey, Ambassador, how are you? Hey, Susie, listen to this. Look at this picture. I was showing Bolivar. Okay, see my dad laying down. How cool is that? And all his crew, his South Main Street crew. Ain't that cool? You should get down that on that play that we're talking about for 10 dimes. Yeah, I mean, that's Friday, but I mean, yeah, it's possible. So anyway, let me go on the December. Schedule. We got bowl games starting Friday the 16th. Title game ends January 19th or January 9th. So there's just a bunch of fucking. They're gonna cram 40 balls into that time frame. We got the World Cup's gonna take us to the 18th of December. NCAA hoops again. People do not know this, especially people at Virginia Tech. So no offense, because they don't take exams at Virginia Tech, but it's exam week. You'll find teams that are gonna have the next 10 days off. Teams that actually go to school, like schools like Virginia and things like that. Now North Carolina, they'll probably play every day because they don't take exams. They actually don't even have fucking classes. But my point is, be careful. This is a time of year where there's limited, if any, practices and no games. So next 10 days, be very, very careful. Then after the layoff, also you gotta keep in mind some of them things. She send it to me. It's like a I gotta have to send Bolivar the picture too because his dad's in it. We're talking about that. It's up to. There's only 4 people watching this video. Oh, I thought you were talking about the line. What's 4? Magic Liberty. Miracles. He asked me everything. I don't know the first thing about the NBA. I couldn't name 5 players in the NBA. I couldn't name one white guy. Well, yeah, I can. He's not white. He's European. Euro trash. All right, 30. That ain't bad. So I could start doing the pictures. So a lot of people have always asked me. They say, like I know you're like 20 years, and like you started to get gray. So they said, like, oh, first of all, here's the difference. Like me as a kid, look at that. That's me as a kid. Got the hat going on. Nice picture. I'm a fucking regular guy. I'm not that. I'm that, but I'm not that. Okay? Here's what I'm telling you. So people say, we always gray? Well, here's one. It's me and JJ and my mom. Not a gray hair on my fucking head until this kid got older. Mom's in the middle. JJ's probably, I don't know, 7 or 8, whatever it is. Probably he's got his Hawaiian shirt on. He was probably going to a fucking luau dance or some shit like that. But I was sporting the Mr. T starting kit, fucking bracelet, probably the Rolex on the other arm, fucking the gold chain. I don't do that shit no more. It's not my style. Oh, by the way, I used to be able to lift weights. Don't let the weights fool you. These are 100 pounds. This is like 400 fucking pounds. I was lifting. I was in high school. I know it's a little grainy, the picture, but it's fucking 40 years old. Look at that. Fucking pumping 400 pounds. Or maybe it was like 25 pound weights. Maybe it was 100 pounds or 20 pounds. But I'm going to say it's 400 pounds. Knock motherfuckers out. Yeah, that was me then. Do we have any other cool pictures? I got a lot of them. So you got this one. Mingy. Look at that. Robbie said Mingy. I love it. Johnny, you're a fucking honorary Italian. You know what I'm talking. My dad, my man, him and JJ. My dad did look like a fucking criminal. JJ was little, with his leotards on. My father holding him. He was probably ready to cry about some shit. I'm glad he's not here now, which is good. Got another one of me. The mesh shirt on. See? No man boobs. Fucking 6-pack. No gray hair. That's Factsman. I'm chucking. I don't give a fuck. Sue, look at this. You wouldn't tell me back in the day, me sporting the fucking Italian suit. I know it's a little thing. You wouldn't have fucked me if you didn't know me and you weren't older than me? Of course you would have. How about this? Hanging out at the beach. Look at the fucking rips. Nice hair. Factsman hanging out in style. Button-down shirt. Getting ready to go out into town in Florida. Night before Golden Gloves. That's me when I was young. The mesh shirt is fucking priceless. Let's start. You want to see the mesh shirt? I'll show you. Mesh shirt again. Look at that. Nice teeth. No gray hair. Yeah, I had it going on. I didn't fuck around. Can't email the pictures. These things are 40 years old, and how I pulled them out of the fucking book. What else did I miss on JJ? When JJ played basketball, that's the American Legion. You know he sat on the bench. You know, look at that picture. Is that a doofus or what? Look at this fucking kid. That's JJ. Can't wrap my head around this one now. Hi, I'm JJ, otherwise known as Uncle Dunkle. Not only am I a magician, I pick games, I like daily fantasy sports, and every now and again, I like to suck a guy's dick. Wait a minute. I'm JJ. I'm wearing leotards because I have no dick, but I also like boys, and I also one day dream of being a sports handicapper like my dad. But I got to study. So what do? Hi, I'm JJ. I'm reading fucking Sesame Street with my glasses on and studying so I can learn to be smart like my dad. Oh, is he going to be fucking pissed about this? Yeah, it's a see-through shirt, Nick. What the fuck? Nick, we're not sure he made it straight. Again. Oh, and speaking of straight, by the way, on the midget thing, I was asked if I wanted reciprocation. I denied. So I will go on record saying I did not choose that avenue. Oh, speaking of which, to show you his baby pictures. Got a picture when I was 2 years old. This is fucking awesome. I don't believe I found this. Somebody actually sent it to me. Yeah, it was 2. Where am I? Okay. This is me when I was 2 years old. I had a pretty big dick, didn't I? Look at that. 2 years old. Look. Factsman at 2. I was packing. Look. 2 years old. See, me at 2 years old. Pretty good fucking dick for a 2-year-old, right? So look at that. Tell me you want to munch on that, you fucking snaggle. Fuck. Look at that. 2 years old. How could I fuck somebody a baby sat for? No, you couldn't, but I'm saying with a wang like that, you tell me you wouldn't at least think about it? All right. Be that way. No, I feel hurt. Drew, what do you think? You ain't got fucking. You ain't hung like that. It's the Italian curse. Anyway, which one do you think this will be edited? Something's going to be edited here. Showing pictures of my son. Showing pictures of me when I was 2 years old with my dick. Don't edit my father's picture. My father's awesome. You took Georgetown minus 3.5. I did. I took him in the first half. I know the line went against me, but I bet him early. I had a ticket to cash, so I just bet it there. I got a better line someplace else, but I did bet on that $3,000 parlay ticket. It was minus 3.5 first half. Let's see. Yeah, Georgetown minus 3.5. C1H first half. First half, St. John's minus 4.5. 3,000 to win, 8,046. I'd like to cash that. That'd be a nice ticket to cash. I mean, just saying. So Jed is supposed to join me on this video. He didn't. Man, did he fuck up. But I thought the pictures were kind of nice. A little added change. I was going to call Gamblers Anonymous today if he came on with me and did a prank phone call. But I'll wait to maybe do it on Friday. I think it'll be fun. So guys, let's do this for Thursday. Thursday college hoops and some and Friday plays. Because I'm going to give you the soccer because we won't be on air. Soccer will already be done when we're on air. So I want you guys to get the games. Man, that's all I do is live betting. I don't normally bet fucking. I bet these games at these ticket bets usually when I'm done playing poker, and I don't. I just stick the fucking money in the kiosk. No, I don't think we really do want JJ here, but I mean, for some reason, he thinks he's wanted here. Like that he makes the show or whatever. Oh, we get really good ratings when me and you are on together. Yeah, because they come to see you. He's a twat. That's it. He's a twat. I love that word. Nick is all right. So Thursday here's my thing on Thursday, guys. I'm going to bet Ohio State minus 5.5 against Rutgers. Rutgers coming off a really big win, a win that was pretty stunning. Rutgers is good. But I don't care how good you are. When you play in the Big Ten, especially in Ohio State in that building, that's a tough place to play. Laying 5.5 points, I'd have to believe that line would be about 8 or 9 if Rutgers didn't play as well as they did. I think Ohio State will be fine. I think they can win by 6 points or more. At home, they'll be solid. I think Rutgers will come down to earth a little bit tomorrow. So let's take a gander at Ohio State -5.5 against Rutgers. The other game I look at is, and this is a team that is going to frustrate you if you bet them this year, or you're going to be extremely happy. I can't stand to his show, but he's okay. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, it's not like he doesn't always stuff, but like we have this fight all the time about people wanting content. They want to know all this kind of stuff, and I guess people do. But it's like this. I think people want to see shows that they can talk, they could understand, like they're part of it. It's like, I'm talking. I know, he does it well. He does a good job doing it. But I'm just not a, risk versus reward and all that fucking bullshit. I just don't. I'm not that guy. And it's funny because it's like all the millennials think this. He thinks that unless you're 25 to 40, you're the only people in this world that gamble. Anybody, that's past 50 are old school and don't know how to gamble. I can promise you this, and I'll bet any amount of money on the face of this fucking earth, there are still more bookmakers than legalized sports books. There are still people. And I said this the last time. You go to small towns, okay, and they're just so used to playing with locals and not have to putting up money, not have to go through the shit. I play, with Caesars, MGM, DraftKings, all these places. And it's the same thing. You've reached your limit. You cannot put up more than 10,000 in a certain period of time, and you can only collect a certain period of time. It really aggravates the fuck out of me. I'm just, like I said, I'd rather just meet the guy at the diner and and settle up with him. What's up, pal?
What's happening?
Nothing.
Figure I'd pop in. I'm in the area. I'm available.
Yeah, look, you didn't miss much. We're just hanging out, talking, just being like one of the guys. I mean,
Nicholas, if you want the smoke, you can have it. You can have the smoke.
You know what I did, Jay? I thought you'd been real happy. I did I paid homage.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if you'd watched the beginning of this video, you'd have been damn fucking proud of me, because I actually, I'm gonna find this, but I paid homage.
I've said this to you before. You look better with the goatee. The goatee needs to stay.
Look at this. I showed a picture of your grandfather with his crew.
Oh, nice, yeah.
That's it, right? And matter of fact, right here in the middle is, you see Bolivar.
That Lodi? Is that Lodi?
Yeah, it's the Main Street.
Nice.
That's my Uncle Tony. That's Bolivar's dad. And him and my father were asshole buddies.
Love it.
And yeah, so I just kind of go over some stuff, like when you were a little guy. See that I had gray hair before you got older.
Oof, I was a little chunk of monka back then.
Yeah, I mean, but it was nice because you had some really nice. I was looking at some pictures and there were, like, I was showing some. See, like, I was saying, like, this is like a really good kid. Look at that, got the hat on. Now, most people say, like, that's what a kid's supposed to look like, but like sometimes life throws you a curve, and sometimes it does, and you can't do nothing about it. But my father was proud of that picture, just like I'm proud of this picture.
I knew this was going somewhere.
No. This is what you remember when you would.
I knew this was going somewhere.
This was going nowhere. This was no, because like I say, I
memory lane had to end with me in that pink fucking suit.
But look, I could have been an asshole. And showed the one when you came out of dance class with your leotard. I did not.
You could have been an asshole, and you were anyway.
No, I could have been an asshole. So, look, I even said, look, this is your grandfather and you, okay? All pop up and hanging out. I was really tasteful, But what somebody asked me, like, fact, let me ask you a question, like, how much, when you were younger, how much? Oh, this was a good one of me. But somebody asked how I was like benching 400, because it's an old picture, but these are like 100 pounds on each side. It's like 400 me benching, but no, it's true. And then I got the mesh see-through shirt, the 6-pack.
See, you had a flamboyant side to you.
Like, I'm hanging out in Italian suits in high school, motherfucker. I mean, that's I didn't fool around. No.
Nicholas, fret not. It's all love. I promise you. I'm not like my father. You talk negatively about me, I embrace it.
Notice the pectoral muscles.
Pectoral muscles.
Night before Golden Gloves. Look at that. Look at that stance. Look at that fucking fist. Not many motherfuckers out. So I did basically say, you know, we talk about your basketball, and this isn't bad. You know, JJ on the bench out of the American Legion, okay, with the we have that picture because that was important. So somebody asked, I didn't even have this picture on hand. Somebody asked, is like, well, how did JJ know? Like, how did JJ know what he wanted to do when he got older? Well, I said, I told him at a young age, he's got to do a lot of reading. To be smarter than your father, you got to be smart and you got to read. So that's when you took it upon yourself to start reading, right? Glasses. Right. This is a nice picture, you know.
I look very studious there.
You look studious. You had the Sesame Street thing. We bought the wicker rattan thing at fucking Pier 1.
We're all busting balls, Nick. You're more than good in my shoes. Don't worry, you're good.
Yeah, well, that's a nice picture. I mean, look at that. I don't fuck around. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You sit there and say, "Oh yeah," when you were young, when you were older, blah blah blah. You're old and shit now, but when I was young, I had it going on.
Fair enough.
Who looks super? He's talking about you.
I know. I'm aware.
But no, I mean, it took a lot to. I wish I could bench fucking 400 pounds again, but you know, you get older. What are you gonna do? I'm at like 280 now. I can't do no more.
I'll be honest, and I'm even to this day, I'm still pretty strong. I've never benched 400 pounds.
I was never a big bencher. I have to list 100 pounds with different.
I'm a better puller. So I have better deadlifting numbers, better squatting numbers, but flat bench specific, more of an incline guy. Flat bench specifically, I've had shoulder surgery already. Like it's just terrible on the front delts for me anyway. Right. And I know people love to talk a big game. Well, how much you bench? No, I've never been a big bencher.
You've seen the punching bag I have in my house, right? I never was a big weightlifter, and they say the best thing to do is like when you get aggravated, and if you hit the heavy bag enough, right? It takes the anger out, and your stomach will be hard as a fucking rock. I mean, like I'm overweight, but I'm solid. I'm not like I don't have that fucking cheesy fat because I hit that fucking heavy bag, and it still doesn't help me from aggravation. Look what I did today, Jay. If you want to get down on this, get on it quick.
What is it? The 2-teamer?
Yeah, St. John's in G-Town. 3 G bones to 111.
Nice.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I hope I win it. So I was before you really interrupted me. So soccer on Friday. Here's a couple options. The Brazil-Argentina line. You're in certain places. You're going to see. You might see 2.5. You might see 3. You might see something that's going to say 2.75 or whatever the case is. That Asian handicap or whatever. Your option is this. You can bet under 2.5 at plus 106, which I think is a good bet, or you could take under 3 at minus 162. Now, here's the thing. Under 3 at minus 162 is a lot of juice, but they would need 4 goals to beat you. I mean, Brazil is not exactly, in certain games, they've gone fucking scoreless. I mean, there's something about them. I'm not, 100%, Croatia kind of don't score much, but that should be a low-scoring game. I mean, I hate to say it.
JD saying Brazil's not playing Argentina. I didn't even hear. I didn't hear everything you said. Brazil's not playing Argentina.
I didn't say fucking Argentina. I said Croatia. Fucking Croatia.
JD, step your shit up. Yeah. I know you like to talk shit. Step your shit up.
But speaking of Argentina, a lot of us have to win it all bets on Argentina to win the whole World Cup. We said it before it started.
Messi looks good.
Okay, so Friday, here's options. We can bet Argentina to win in 90 minutes and get plus 121, which is solid money. So that's good. It's a good bet. Or do you want to take Argentina to advance, which basically means as long as they win, as long as they advance. So you can't call it out like that. You want to bet Argentina to advance. They're going to charge you 175, I think, based on the fact that they probably have better players late, and I think their penalty kicking will probably be a little bit better than the Netherlands. So I mean, I've got Argentina to win the whole thing. I might just split the difference there and play a little plus 121 and then lay 162. So on Friday we're going to go Argentina to advance, a little bit at plus 121. And then under, you guys make that choice, 2.5 or 3. I'm okay with either one of them. I did give some basketball on earlier, so you can rewind that if you want to discuss
Love it.
that.
Love it.
And,
I have a question for you because I think this is up your alley. As a guy who's had comps his whole life, casinos, multiple books, whatnot, DraftKings today, without even asking, sent me 2 tickets to the Giants game this Sunday in the nosebleeds. $100 tickets, $101 to be exact.
Real.
Now, just so you know, I've put in play over $750,000 on that site this calendar year alone. And for whatever reason, they've convinced themselves that I would appreciate a pair of $100 tickets for me and my wife to go see the Giants game in cold and rainy MetLife Stadium.
Okay, just so people don't think that I'm just saying this and making it up, and you're just like yes me to death. How many times have you and Kristen went to Eagle games?
Yeah, every year.
Okay, where do you sit?
In the MGM suite.
In the MGM suite. Correct. I send you on many occasions. Daytona 500, Indy 500, courtside seats to Lakers, Clippers, whatever you want. All the time, the sports packers they send me. $750,000 in a calendar year. You can bet that with your fucking barber. That's not no money. You got to be moving $750,000 a month. And it's not hard if you bet a few thousand in game, 5,000 in game.
I guess my thing is the so like I don't want to sound ungrateful. I'm just saying the lack of thought behind it. If you're going to send me something for $200, send me a gift card to a restaurant. I'll take Kristen out. We'll go grab a steak for $200. Like why would I want to sit outdoors in the nosebleeds? I would just buy myself $100 tickets at that point.
Okay, I'll tell you why. Because that's what they call a soft comp. A soft comp means it doesn't cost DraftKings anything because they're in bed with the NFL. So the NFL goes to DraftKings and says, hey, here's what we're going to do. Make your players happy. When your players are happy, they're betting. It's influence on the NFL, blah, blah, blah. It's great for us, so it's not going to cost you nothing. Now, if they give you a $100 gift card, that's cash that's coming out of their pocket. It don't cost them nothing for you to sit at that seat because they own the seat. They got a bunch of seats that the NFL or the Giants or DraftKings already own. So whether it's empty or not empty, it doesn't fucking matter.
Fair enough. I guess for me, like if I was a host, I feel like if I was going to do that, if I'm looking at retroactively a player that's putting $30K a week in play, why would a guy that's putting $30K in play a week, why would he want to sit in $100 seats?
Right. So how I would reply to it, I was like, I really love to, but Caesars, you got Caesars by you?
It's not. It's different because I'm a bigger DFS player with them.
Okay. Who's a competitor in DFS?
FanDuel.
So it's really odd because it must be a coincidence because the exact same game, FanDuel offered me a suite and a limo to the fucking game. Could you give me like 10 minutes to think about it? Because I'm trying to think, suite, a limo to the game, or $100 seat where I might get I have altitude issues. Being that high up, I might get a bloody nose.
I'm not looking. I'm just going to give them a genuine response that I feel disappointed, because it just does. Like I said, all they had to do was say, "Hey, we went through your comps. You have $200-300 worth of comps. What would you prefer? You want to go to a game in the nosebleeds? You want a dinner with your wife? What do you want?" Because I would have said dinner with the wife. I'll take it. Thank you so much.
How about when just look at Barbara? I've gotten better seats than the Birkin record.
That's what I'm saying. Like to me, it just seemed like the whole thought of it just seems so dense. Like it's like you have these players who have VIPs, who have hosts. And it just seemed like, and now granted, it all goes all along with the whole DK vibe. Like the execs suck. Like their stock keeps. They have a product that sells itself, yet their stock keeps going down. Yeah. I get it.
It's gonna keep going down.
But it's great. Like I just find it like great. I'm gonna put an email. Like I just feel completely disrespect. Like don't even give me an offer.
Yeah, like two things. Sue said hello to you a bunch of times. You didn't say hello. She's still dying for that. I told you to get it to her.
Up, Sue. Need the address. So
yeah.
Dad, you have the address?
I think I have it somewhere.
Don't put it in here.
Don't put it in here. You'll get these degenerates that'll be like. So a quick funny story, and then I'll tell you about the. So I'm at MGM right after I play these tickets. So they have a certain parking area for Noir players. You can go take the elevator up in it's kind of a private parking lot, which is kind of nice. So me and this fucking Chinese dude, I'm not just saying he was a Chinese dude because he wore the mask, and he's like, how Asian people are really fucking paranoid with COVID. So like I'm sitting there and I'm there first. He kind of like walks up next, and we both walk in the elevator.
You had no mask on?
No, I haven't worn a mask ever. I mean, like, I never, like, when you were supposed to, I didn't. I'm claustrophobic. I don't put shit on my face unless it's a midget's balls. But
Yeah. Unless the midget teabagging you don't want no
yeah,
blood.
it wasn't really a teabag. But and again, like I told you earlier, I asked, there was no reciprocation needed or required. Um, so this fucking guy, we're in the elevator, and I stepped in the elevator. Now he's like halfway through the elevator. He's like, "Would you mind taking the other elevator?" And I said, "Excuse me." He said, "Well, there's two elevators. So the other one's coming up right now, but like, because you don't have a mask on." I said, "I don't have a rubber on either. What the fuck you mean? Get in the elevator." No, you don't have a mask on. I said, "Pal, I haven't had a cold in forever. You worry about COVID?" I said, "First of all, you got the mask. I should be worried about you, right?" Like, he's like, "Well, I'd rather take the elevator myself." I said, "Listen to me. There ain't a fucking chance in a million years I'm leaving this elevator." I said, "There's not a fucking chance." And I promise you this.
You can pull a gun out right now. I'm not going nowhere.
I told him this, and I said, and I promise you this, and I'm going to put my right hand up to God. If you go into that elevator when it opens, I am fucking joining you. I said, you are not going up to that park.
I'm now your tail for the next 24 hours. We just became best friends.
You are not going up to that parking lot alone. I don't give a fuck. And I'm going to cough. I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to do everything I possibly can. I didn't say I'm going to cough, but I said, but pal, listen, no matter what elevator you go, we're going up together. We came here together. We go up together. That's the way it's going to fucking be. And he's in the elevator, like all the way to the left, like hugging the fucking rail there. Like, are you kidding me?
Extra sauce. You reference in legal markets, you can't bet the pole in Chicago?
Yeah, you can't bet Virginia here. I got to cross the bridge to Maryland to bet Virginia. And yeah, it's you can't.
You can't. I mean, Sauce, you're just not going to be able to bet local college teams in your state. It's it's every state. That's not just Chicago. I mean, that's every state.
Yeah, well, so it's not because I think you can do it in Jersey. You can bet Rutgers in Jersey.
No, I can't.
I can bet Maryland in Maryland.
I can't bet Buffalo in New York. I can't. I mean, maybe it changed in Jersey, but I mean, I know for a fact as of a year ago, 6 months ago, I wasn't able to bet any Jersey just college.
Yeah, just
no
college
teams in the state.
But Maryland will let you do it. Maryland will let you bet Maryland. There was a time you couldn't bet the Celtics. You couldn't bet the Celtics at Caesars because they were part owners.
It's extra sauce. It was a rule or an exclusion that they put in, which helped make it legal originally, because they thought that if sports were legal, colleges were legal in the States, it would be more reason to fix games. So it was an easier way, because one of the biggest complaints when they were trying to legalize sports betting was local state college games. They don't want kids being influenced. And not that it would have, I mean, I'm sure it could have, but it was one of the exclusions that they were able to put a meet in the middle, if you will, in terms of getting college betting legalized. So it was just a happy meeting.
Because they're not shaving points now. So we'll get it taken care of. It's not a cock. It's a fucking hat. You'll survive. I mean, come on. It's fine. Okay, you'll be okay.
And it's like a pink Dr. Seuss hat. I mean, you can just Amazon it.
Yeah. Amazon, send me a copy of Amazon. I'll pay for it. So
I don't even know where I got it. I got it.
And plus, he's got lice. You know, I mean, he's worn it. At Golden
Severe.
Exactly. Randy, that's what it used to be that way. You used to not be able to bet Sacramento at the Palms because of the Maloofs. Fucking hawking me for a fucking hat. So it happens. It does that, every now and then. But Maryland, they don't really give a shit. They out here you can't bet any Virginia teams, which saved me money last night. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that shit's gonna change sooner or later. You never know. I mean, you mean to tell me that if you're at like fucking Fairleigh Dickinson or at American University and some kid is like doing side work, moving fucking furniture for. I know one thing. If a kid says, "Yeah, I play basketball," now I'm at, I'm moving furniture for, college hunks. Oh, what do you do? I play basketball. I'm a forward at George Mason. Really? How many you score in a game? He's like 22. I said, you'll be scoring 12 the next game, motherfucker.
I think it's a good topic. Obviously, not to go down a rabbit hole, but I think it's a decent topic point, because I think if you're draft eligible, you'd be the dumbest motherfucker in the world to take any money to fix a game. But if you're non-draft eligible and you're getting told you'll get 30K or 15K, 10K, whatever it is, to just do your best to shave a few points, you're never going to get drafted anyway. I could see a player caving. I'm not saying it'll happen, but I could see a player cave. But if you're draft eligible and you're in college, football, basketball, whatever it is, you're just a fucking moron if you're taking 10 because your whole career's over. Like if you get caught, your whole career's over.
Yeah, I mean, it goes on. It goes on. It goes on not to like. There's always been issues in the MAC with football and basketball. You know, that's a poor. Not that it's a poor area, but these kids that go into Ohio, Western Michigan, Akron, all these schools. I mean, not many people ever really looked at it much. So, you know, a 12-point favorite winning by 9 or 10, who's gonna know? I mean, they had football players. I mean, didn't a Northwestern player get nailed? The kid from Arizona State, that kid was a jerk off. He was just some guy.
Yeah, it's gonna keep happening. I mean, you know, it's definitely gonna keep happening. I think the legal market shines a little more light on it, probably in a positive way than a negative way, but it's definitely gonna happen. I mean,
Here's the thing: you don't even have to fix games anymore. I mean, it's not. No one would even know because of the strange outcomes that happen anyway. And when Scott Van Pelt did the bad beat things, it just basically shows anything could happen. So if something crazy were to happen in a game, you know, like what do we say? Wow, who thought fucking the Bills quarterback would throw 3 interceptions, or you know, who figured this guy would fumble a punt? You know, they can't. The only way they can track it is if an absurd amount of money came in on a particular side. And you know, back in the day, you know, like all the books got together and they said, hey, look, you know, Caesar would call, you know, Harris would call MGM. They'd say, you know, in a lot of the smaller shops, Sands and whatever, and they'd say, look, any unusual activity. So it was safer then when the books when the books were able to do it. Now, I think there's just so many with betting on kiosks and betting, you know, there's so many different markets to bet in. You can bet $1 million on it without people knowing. It wouldn't even fucking flinch people. No one would even know what hit them. And $1 million. Back in the day, you moved 30,000 in fucking Vegas. You had people walkie-talkies following you around saying, "Why the fuck you bet in St. Peter's for 30,000 on Friday instead of going to see fucking Wayne Newton? What the fuck's wrong with you? What do you know? I don't know anything. I like St. Peter's. Why? I'm a Saint. My brother's name is Peter. I mean, yeah, it's just. I mean, you can do it. I mean, I'm sure
it's always going to be an elephant in the room. I agree. I mean, at some point somebody will get nabbed, like actually nabbed. But like I said, I look at it like the steroid conversation when you're trying to play football or baseball, where, you know, if you're 17, 18 and you have all the talent in the world, but you're undersized, I wouldn't promote somebody take steroids, but like, if you want to get yourself to this physical size you need to be to make your family money years down the road, I mean, who am I to judge you?
Yeah, that was a joke. Calvin Ridley. I mean, fucking get suspended for a year for making a $10 8-teamer. That was ridiculous. Sharon asked me, JJ's 18 years old. He's got scholarships coming in or whatever, or he's got an opportunity to play pro baseball. And he says, Dad, I can't do it. I'm good. I'm local good. I'm maybe state good. But, you know, minor leagues or NFL, I mean, I don't have the edge these guys have. I need to fucking take the injection. What's your advice? I'd say, I'll pick up the rubbing alcohol and I'll fucking jab you. And he's like, you do that. You cheat. I'm like, well, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. But so it's an unfair advantage. It's definitely an unfair advantage.
Everybody's they're doing it. Like you know, one of my best friends was D1 bound. He was just 160 pounds. He wasn't getting the scholarships that he could have gotten because he was too small. And he was definitely getting agents not saying to take steroids, but definitely strongly hinting at you might want to think about looking at alternative ways to put on muscle.
Yeah. Exactly. They just banned the UFC. All them UFC guys, even them wrestlers. Like you see these wrestlers, the fake wrestling stuff. Them fucking guys are. You can't. I don't care how much you work out. You can't do that.
These are some of the. These guys are in the best shape of any. I mean, yeah. Granted, probably a lot of them are on the sauce. I mean, maybe some of them are clean, but for the most part, a lot of them are on the sauce. But it's. I'll tell you, as you get older in your 30s, and these guys, that's the other thing. These wrestlers are in their 30s. Like to have that type of body in your 30s, it is remarkable if you're not on anything. Like if you're not on some type of drug to get your body to stay that lean.
Well, here's a good conversation. And my wife grew up being a big Cal Ripken fan. Okay, and she's like, you know, Cal Ripken was like the greatest that ever lived. Wholesome, local guy, you know. So she always rooted for the Orioles. And like, you know, I always bust her balls about Jeter's better than him. But you know, she showed me numbers that basically would say Ripken was better than Jeter. And after, you know, she broke it down, you look at it and say, yeah, I mean, if you think about it, based on this, yeah, you're right. And never had no protection in the lineup. But as nice of a guy as he is or was, I don't think you could stay that long. Even if Jeter would never take steroids. Why not? Tom Brady, I'm a big Brady guy. So are you. I mean, he's 45. I mean, I don't know if it's steroids or something that make you heal quicker, but I don't think bodies that get hit like that, or that, the way they perform today, they have to have something. And it's not fucking drinking seaweed.
They could be ahead of it. They could be ahead of it. I mean, amphetamines were ahead of the time in the 60s, 70s. The steroid topical cream that McGuire was wearing was definitely ahead of the time when he was taking it.
But that's what I understand. You put something on your arm and you're putting a cream on like a lotion, and it's banned. That's fucking ridiculous.
Somehow that lotion seeped into your skin into your blood, and it was acting just as potent as a needle in the ass. That's what I mean. Like, you figure technology might be ahead of the game anyway. Like, it just always is. You're always ahead of the police. I mean, it's just
it's going on now. Like, I was talking to a guy, college football guy, and he's like, they're just doing it in a different way. It's as soon as the cops get smart, the crooks get smarter. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. It's like they're always chasing, and then when they finally catch up to, it's like, oh, now we know what you're doing. They're already 3 steps ahead on the next move, but they're finding a way to do it. Who you bet on? You bet on anybody tonight?
No, because I haven't touched college basketball. I haven't really looked at the Thursday night game yet, but I'll definitely have something. It's just another game. I hate betting Rams games. Like, Rams are like the dustiest team in the NFL to me. Like, they're not even fun to watch on offense. The guys on defense aren't even trying. Like, it's not even that team's wrapped up their season. They're just not fun to watch. I mean, that because they're home and they're 7-point dogs to the Raiders tomorrow. So, ugly game overall. I'll figure out something to bet to give myself some.
Yeah, remember now, I was telling the guys, college kids start going on. They're out for exams for 10 days starting tomorrow, so they'll be very limited. Like I say, you won't see Virginia play because they actually take exams. Like I say, I was telling Virginia Tech will probably be playing in North Carolina because they don't go to class or even have exams or even classes. So you might see some of them games, but a lot of schools, this is the dry period for college basketball. And then they'll get back probably. I'm going to say they'll get back around the 17th or 18th to redo their schedule.
Yeah, it's a pretty dry. I mean, we had the sports epicenter for a while, so it's not like we can complain. But yeah, this is going to be a dry period. Obviously, if you're a big soccer fan, maybe it's not, but it's definitely a dry period for the next 3 to 4 weeks overall. Well, maybe 2 weeks, because after next weekend starts bowl game, so at least you'll have that going. But like this week, the Army Navy game, the boring snail Army Navy game. So yeah, and obviously football, but interested to get bowl games back going again. But even bowl games aren't what they used to be. Nobody plays. Like nobody draft eligible plays.
Did you ever notice in bowl games there's no motherfuckers there? I was talking to Sue about it. What was it, Sue? Somebody, the Bahamas Bowl. I think she was in Bahamas for the Bahamas Bowl, and the stadium was empty. There was like 18 people in the fucking stadium.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Her husband went or something.
I mean, I guess the sponsors somehow make money, but it doesn't even make sense to me. Like, I don't know. Like, to me, the New Year's
Day football better than watching fucking. At least it's football.
I get it. I guess somebody's got to be taking it up the ass, though, right? I mean, everybody can't be making money if you have these sponsors sponsoring a game and there's 30 people in the stands and no of the draft eligible athletes are playing in the game. So I don't know. Maybe that's a hot take. I just don't understand why there's
where they make their money. They make their money from the television. Had this discussion today. Is like, who do you think makes more money, baseball or football? Well, obviously there's going to be football. Football is more popular, but baseball makes more money. And you're like, well, how could that be? That's impossible. But it's not.
Season's fucking forever in baseball, though.
What?
No.
I mean, the revenue in baseball outweighs the revenue. If you own a baseball team, it outweighs the revenue on owning a football team. Outside of owning a stadium, very, very simple. You got 82 home games instead of 8 or 9. You have regional markets that are playing 82 games. Now, when you look at what are there more of, baseball hats or football hats? Well, there's more fucking baseball hats. How many times do you see people walking around with a fucking Bengal hat on? You don't. You see Yankees, Dodgers, right? You always see baseball hats with, and jersey sales. Here's the thing. You can take 10 people in the NFL. You'll get Burrow, you'll get Brady, you'll get, your top 10 or 15 players are, whatever in the entire league. the faces of the franchise will have jerseys. You're not going to get the defensive end on Jacksonville, people wearing his jersey. But in baseball, you can go to Philadelphia, you'll see a Bryce Harper, you'll see a Realmuto, you'll see, a bunch of, there's in the Yankees, you see Judge, you see Cole, you see 5 or 6 people that people like that are wearing jerseys. There's 5 or 6 players people like per team, and they sell a lot more jerseys. I didn't know it, but you learn something new every day. See, you got on the show and we actually started talking sports. You really fucking didn't show up. It was kind of nice showing pictures and burying you.
We're like indirectly talking sports, but I'll get out of your hair. I got to.
No, I'm done. It's 50 minutes. Shit, I got it. What do you call it? Got to cook dinner for your sister. Did she text you?
She did. Did you watch that show with her?
I didn't know. She watches every day. I said, your brother watches it. And she's like, well, yes, it's the best show on TV. I'm like, what am I missing?
What's up, Faz? Yeah, I mean, Wednesday Addams. I mean, as an alpha male like myself, I'm happy and confident to admit that I watched Wednesday on Netflix, and it was a good show. I was impressed.
And you do watch it, realizing that your 12-year-old sister watches the show.
I watched half of the episodes without pants on. It was and
that makes it right.
It's a good show.
Corey, you might want to do a rewind on this one because this is before JJ got on. This was really legit. Last thing, do you edit when I say "Have a good day, everybody, good luck," and as always, go fuck yourself?
Never.
Because I have people telling me that.
It's like I told you. I still have to figure out. I don't even know why the infringement thing. The infringement has nothing to do with your cursing. The infringement has to do with some music that is, I guess, somehow happening in the background. It's been like 4 total videos. So obviously, the more videos you do, the less infringements I'm getting. But it hasn't happened since the Thanksgiving video. I just don't understand. It doesn't even make sense. I don't know. WMG, some music company is flagging these videos as copyright infringement.
I don't know. They're just out to get me. They always are. But that's fine. I can live with that. All right, guys. Factsman Friday solo. JJ will not be here. We will do probably Gamblers Anonymous phone call. We'll talk Army, Navy. Do I click the button too fast? All right. So, yeah. Well, I'm going to hit end broadcast. So, what I'll say is.
You should say it, whatever, go fuck yourself. And then after you say it, then hit end.
But then there's going to be a pause.
No, it pauses because it's syncing on its back end. But the show, as soon as you hit end, it's over.
Okay. So, if I said everybody, I hope you enjoy the show. How many people are watching live now?
47.
It was fucking 12, when we first got on. 12.
What? This time slot's, this time slot's not a U time slot. Well, that's a separate conversation.
Why don't we make that happen then? Everybody, I would like to first of all thank my son for the time slot. I would like to I would like to thank everybody for coming by. Factsman Friday, we'll be up to our old tricks. Maybe call Gamblers Anonymous or post some pictures. Time, Jimmy. Wait 2 seconds. Okay. So what I'm gonna say is after that, everybody have a great day. See you guys on Friday, and as always, go fuck yourself. I hit end broadcast. Do I really want to end the broadcast? Not yet, or end broadcast. So I'll hit end broadcast. Do you hear me say go fuck yourself?
As soon as you hit that end, it's over.
All right, but I just said that's what I'm saying. So I already told everybody to go fuck themselves. So go fuck yourself again. And it should be